Happiness is the one thing almost everyone wants. And yet, the harder we chase it, the more tired we seem to become. That's not a coincidence. Most people don't realize this, but the constant pursuit of happiness often creates the very dissatisfaction they're trying to escape. Not because happiness is bad, but because we've misunderstood what it actually is. We've turned happiness into a goal, something to reach, something to maintain, and that changes how the mind experiences life.
There's a psychological effect that explains this pattern. It's called hedonic adaptation. It means your brain quickly adjusts to new experiences, even positive ones. A new phone feels exciting until it becomes normal. A big achievement feels powerful until it blends into everyday life. Even things you once dreamed about eventually feel ordinary. This isn't a flaw in the brain, it's a survival feature. Your emotional system is designed to stabilize, not stay elevated. That helped humans survive unpredictable environments for thousands of years. But in modern life, it creates a quiet problem. When happiness becomes something you chase, your brain adapts and then asks for more. So you set new goals, raise expectations, move the finish line, and emotionally, you keep returning to the same place. Not because your life lacks value, but because your brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do. Adaptation keeps you stable, but stability alone doesn't create fulfillment. Psychology draws an important distinction here. There are two very different forms of well-being. The first is hedonia. Hedonia is pleasure, comfort, ease. It feels good quickly, and it fades just as fast. The second is eudaimonia. Eudaimonia is meaning, growth, living in alignment with your values. It doesn't always feel pleasant in the moment, but it feels right. And here's the interesting part. People who stop chasing pleasure often report feeling happier overall, because happiness becomes a side effect, not a demand. So what do you do instead? You don't stop caring about happiness, you stop trying to force it, and you focus on creating the conditions where it naturally appears. The first condition is voluntary hardship. This means choosing discomfort on purpose. The gym, learning something difficult, doing things that require effort even when it would be easier not to. Not punishment, not suffering. Voluntary hardship builds self-trust. Your brain learns something very important. I can handle difficulty. And that quiet confidence changes how you experience life. The second condition is social connection. Happiness doesn't scale well in isolation. Your nervous system is wired for connection. Not constant interaction, not social noise, but shared presence. One honest conversation does more for your mental health than 10 quick dopamine hits. Meaning grows between people, not inside achievements. Third condition is flow. Flow is deep focus, work that absorbs your attention, challenges you just enough, makes time disappear. Flow doesn't feel like happiness in the traditional sense. It feels like clarity, and clarity is deeply satisfying. When you stop chasing happiness directly, something interesting happens. You don't lose it. You experience it more often. Because happiness was never meant to be hunted. It was meant to emerge. When meaning comes first, happiness follows quietly. And if this way of thinking helps you feel a little clearer, a little calmer, a little more grounded, stay here. We'll keep untangling these ideas one at a time.